Late. Why does that not surprise me?
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. My, Geralt. Not bad at all. And you've even a mask. Just not the kind required.
Huh?
They're a little different, the ones Mandragora members wear. I've brought you one. Put it on.
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Mm-hmm. Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain. How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belont.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Orianna, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs, cast them at the canvas.
Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you are another artist.
Silence! I got it! It's the Sorito!
It's not a landscape, you clem. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Blue blood is all I see. Yellow. Why is it yellow?
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
Should you tire of these hues, drop a net of green, lush and verdant as a field of vines. To vines and to wine!
spirit intact.
Position takes shape.
Yes, it's sure to be a masterpiece.
Please do not disturb. Should you tire of voila, fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism, the continual battle between good and evil, and defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature.
And defiance.
Good health today.
Do take care.
Such a road.
How I can call.
Good to
Have
see
you seen the Skelliger Isles?
Damsels demand tendance. Vehemently. Wenches will be wenches.
Come,
I
it's
wish you
good to
had.
see you, Dara.
Glory, honor. Have you seen
My
the Skelliger
regards.
Isles?
Do not disturb! Shoo, shoo!
It's the right flower.
Of course it is! A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still! You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I know the style, the stroke. This is Dorian Vill.
The gracious lady has heard of me?
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learned I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. I've always longed to paint her. Such a shame.
I think you may still get your chance.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Cintrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him. Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here,
Know where he might be now?
he gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this.
That's to say, the other one. Brother.
Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about two things. Coin and...
Well, hey there. Hello.
Your muttering speaks volumes.
Good health.
From a surfeit of beauty.
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
My deepest regards.
I shall go.
Such a road.
My deepest regards.
Greetings and welcome.
My regards.
Excuse me, boy.
Please go.
Sorry,
Artists in the Mandragora and their guests only.
Are they even?
Hey tittle tittle, the cat and the fiddle. Hey tittle tittle, the cat and the...
But
How
I'm sure
should
it's an omen.
My employer swears.
Would I ever love to meet you? It's a shame.
Naught is nearly
They have a fist tag. Artists' way of numbing their existential pain.
And do not even wish to comment.
Venture beyond the bounds of
Love letter penned on a napkin. Look,
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam flittering across the firmament of my life. We should...
empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
It must be someone famous, I tell you. Such talent.
exception true. My, would I ever love to meet him? It's a shame.
Needs I remind
Aren't they even? Because they're right?
As I said, only Mandragora artists allowed. Nothing I can do.
Come, we must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace.
Shh, not so loud. We are here incognito.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered. A black beard peeping out from under his mask.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs. That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Orianna.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rope.
Killed her, and went out on the balcony. Tore down the door. Bloody handprint. Platform. Clever. It's his. Must be pretty strong, too. Broke the flower pot removing the door, and stepped in the soil. Footprints. Must have climbed his ladder. Soiled boots. Could still be here. Need to stay alert. Sconce is bent, smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it. Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out, fall out. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor. Blood stains. Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Hunting knife, richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Locked. No key in sight. Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this, must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Cintrian tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Cintrian must have been the flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Cintrians killed his last.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to... He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He...
Fell out of the window.
Just so.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. A hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Orianna, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for...
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Orianna with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights.
Orianna, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about.
Forgive me, Madam Orianna, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Orianna, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too.
You were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather...
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. The wine, its theft, was the first clue. That's very much like her, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift, at a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl. Someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right. What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was... cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with it. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Dun Tyne, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlaf van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire. We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Orianna's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits,
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
And the Duchess of Toussaint?
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
Orianna. She really your friend?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in...
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got away with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff.
Splendidly, Detlaff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out? You have exceptional friends. This Detlaff, an intriguing man to say the least.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll.
Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix Mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight.